be here. I'm just going to share a little bit about an election that happened in our community earlier this year that I've been hearing about today. So my name again is Tabita Green, and I am a board member of Decorah Power. I'm not speaking on behalf of Decorah Power tonight. It's my own personal opinions, but that is my connection with this group, and I'll talk a little bit more about who Decorah Power is. So I'm just going to get started here. So if you're not familiar with Decorah, it's about 2 hours north of here, and with a population of about 7,700 people. It's a home of Cedar College, and also a leader in renewable energy ownership, especially with solar. So we're really excited and interested in renewable energy. So just to give you a little bit of background to this story, in 2015, so about 4 years ago, 5 institutions in our community got together to respond to an RFP, a request for proposals from the Iowa Utilities Board. It was the Winneshiek County Supervisors, the City of Decorah, with the college, and ICC, which is the community college and the hospital. Okay. And they called themselves the Winneshiek Shared Solar Initiative. What that was about was a proposal where these institutions would basically build solar panels and get some credit back from the energy provider, which is Alliant in Decorah. So they worked on this for a year. I think each institution put in $5,000, so about a $25,000 effort. And in the end, Alliant said we're not interested.
Thank you.
Because they wanted to own the means of production for the energy, of course. And so a year later, I went and talked to one of the people who had been involved with this because I was interested in starting a community solar garden. So that some of us in the community could buy into a solar field and get our power that way so it could be clean, because my house isn't good for solar panels. But they're like, oh, we already just tried this with like the 5 biggest institutions in our county, and it didn't go anywhere, so it's not going to happen, basically is what he told me. So when this same guy, like 9 months later, said, we're starting a project to investigate if Decorah could have a municipal electric utility, I was like, sign me up. I want to be part of this. And so that was the history leading up to the formation of the citizens group called Decorah Power in early 2017 to investigate the feasibility of a Decorah electric utility. And by the way, this is not some kind of radical idea. There are 136 municipal electric utilities in Iowa, 125 in Minnesota, and over 2,000 in the country. And so anyway, that's what we set out to do. And so very, very briefly, just in case you have never been part of the municipalization process, it is kind of a long call. But the first thing to do is to form your group, which we did, hire a firm to conduct a feasibility study, which we also did. It cost about $90,000. We raised those funds through grants from Luther College and from local individuals and businesses. We also educated the community about what it means to municipalize, what the risks are, what the benefits are, and then we called for a referendum, and I'll talk about that in a bit, which is a local election to vote on this issue. And then basically we would go to the IUB to prepare a presentation if we as city decided, yes, we want to move forward with this. So that's kind of the process for you, just so you have a little bit of knowledge of that. All right. So as soon as we declared our intentions in the spring of 2017 in front of the city council and got their blessing, so to speak, to move forward with the feasibility study, the Alliant management started running a PR campaign in Decorah, the large ads in the newspaper, multiple billboards, Facebook ads, a Facebook page. You can see there on the right. AdWords, I'm marketers, but I know what all these things are. Anywhere you could throw out your message in Decorah, they were there. The key messages were, we've served you for 100 years, we want to serve you for another 100 years. We're reliable, trusted, and local, which was kind of funny because actually I know here, but own from Wisconsin. And by 2020, 1/3 of your power will come from wind, which is what this advertising is about. And you can compare that to Mid-America, which is the other investor-owned utility in Iowa. Their goal is 90% by that same time frame. So not particularly exciting. So that was pre-referendum, just doing all this kind of advertising to, And at the end of 2017, our consultants completed the study, and the results were fantastic. We didn't know how they were going to turn out. That might have been the end of the project. If it came back and said, it's not going to be that good for your community to do this. Okay, well then we'll stop. We tried, and it's not feasible. But what they showed was that we could save actually up to $5 million a year by running our own electric utility. And also, we would have more control over how much renewable energy we use. And we could have 30% of our energy renewable out of the gate. And then we could continue to increase that. So it seemed like kind of a no-brainer. I thought, this is going to be a slam dunk. And we got on the city council schedule for January 16th. I remember that because it was my birthday. Of this year, but unfortunately, Alliant management beat this to the punch. So as soon as we got on the agenda, they sent out a letter to all the citizens in Decorah inviting us to a community event on January 8th, so 8 days before we were supposed to present, to help us understand municipalization. And this was at the middle school auditorium, and they revealed there that they had, of course, conducted their own feasibility study, and it showed some startling results, which was that it was going to cost $50 million for our community to start a municipal, to start an electric utility. Our study said $7 million, so kind of a huge gap, and rates were going to go up 30%. We have already some of the highest rates in the state. And when we asked about what the data was behind that, they said, these are preliminary numbers. We can't really talk about anything yet. So, but it was kind of an initial kind of scare tactic to scare the citizens away from this project. Again, pre-referendum was given on the table. And then the day after our presentation to the city council, they put out a press release that was intended to scare and divide our community. They said, according to the Decorah Powers study, they're going to have outsourced non-local crews. If there's a tornado, there's not going to be anybody here, which is an assumption, a false assumption that was made. They also noted that it was going to extend the Decorah network outside of city limits, so people outside of city limits wouldn't have a vote. Well, they didn't actually vote for Alliant either, so it was a classic divide and conquer strategy. And again, it's going to cost $50 million, and they stuck with that message, and they stuck with these messages throughout the entire process. They were very on point, very concise, and really good PR. The kind of sad thing was that they didn't just try to scare Decorah citizens, they also said something to their employees in the area that made them very fearful of losing their jobs, and that really they really used that fear to spread misgivings in the community. I don't want my neighbor to lose their job, if we move forward with this, that type of thing. They also hired a community liaison, is what they called them, kind of a young hipster-looking guy, looked like he was right into Decorah, if you know anything about Decorah. And he joined the Rotary Club and showed up to all the community meetings, both on the Alliant side and our side. And he actually even tried to show up to one of our volunteer training sessions, and we're finally like, no, you can't be here. So that was interesting. And then the VP that they sent down to kind of manage this was Terry Kuba, and I asked him in a community meeting how much Alliant management planned to spend on their anti-municipalization efforts. And his answer was, we love our customers and we'll do whatever it takes to keep them. And he was not joking. So now we're fast forwarding to the referendum. The city council approved the referendum. And by the way, we had the city council on board with this. There was one person on the city council who was a no, but everybody else was excited about this. And so they scheduled, on February 17th, they approved a referendum on May 1st. And so we started right away to campaign, and so did Alliant. We both formed PACs for campaign expenses. And I want you to note this municipalization equal higher rates note on Alliant's sign. There's no basis for that statement. And there was actually even a former Alliant employee who walked around and told people he would lose his pension if people voted yes, just to get people to put no signs in their yards. This, I don't know if you can read this, but this was a response, or a little Facebook message from one of our supporters to the Alliant PAC, basically saying, you know, there are a few of your signs around my neighborhood that contain misinformation. This is the intent, and so on. And he just kind of, you know, is talking about the fact that there's no basis for this claim that they're making. They didn't respond to that, as you might imagine. This was the first postcard that they sent to Decorah citizens. For some reason, it was not on their list, so I didn't get any of these, but everybody else did. But yeah, again, the higher rates, no basis for this. And it was everything. It was postcards, it was newspaper ads, it was radio ads, it was ads everywhere. You could reach Decorah citizen on Pandora, you know, I mean, everywhere. And they brought employees from out of town to canvass. Most of there are hardly any employees who actually live in Decorah, but they service our area. They hired college students to canvass, which was kind of funny because their supporters didn't think a college student should be able to vote. And also accused Luther College professors of giving college credit for yes votes, which is kind of hilarious. There were lots of conspiracy theories like simmering around this campaign as well. And one thing that, so we were prepared for opposition, but we weren't prepared for this deceptive campaigning that they did. But it makes sense because they were campaigning to win, because then it wouldn't go any further, right? So they were campaigning for a no. We were campaigning for a yes, which would have taken it to the next step to apply to the Iowa Utilities Board, where our campaign would be scrutinized. Everything that we promised to the community would be scrutinized. So we had to be very careful. So as they can make these big, bold claims with like 10 words, we had to be super nuanced and, you know, well, maybe, you know, I mean, so we could never be very bold in our statements. So that was also a downside that we had. So we did our own campaigning, of course, which we had to, but we were always one step behind because we just didn't have the resources to keep up with their PR machine. And we're always just kind of trying to clear up the confusion that they were creating. One of our volunteers created a video, which I'm not going to show in the interest of time, to clear up some of the confusion, and it was widely circulated on Facebook. If you have time, you should check it out. But and I think that really did help our campaign a lot. And we also had a ton of volunteers working hard. This is a picture from our election watch party, and actually these two guys are city council members. But it wasn't quite enough. So this is the result. 1,382 yeses and 1,385 no's. This is after a recount. Originally we were 5 behind. After the recount we were 3 behind. And here's just a little graph showing the spend in the campaign. So Alliant spent almost $150,000 in our community. That's only the campaign money. That doesn't include any of the money on all the advertising they ran up to the referendum. It doesn't include the money they spent on their feasibility study. It doesn't include all the employees they brought in at various stages. It doesn't include their community liaison that they hired way before the referendum, and so on and so forth. And so it is pretty clear that our community would have moved forward with this effort if it hadn't been for Alliance interference, basically, in our election. So it's still emotional.
Yeah.
So,
Man.
Anyway, didn't expect that. So, the thing that's so ironic too, which several people pointed out on Facebook throughout this thing, is like they're basically using our electric bill payments to campaign against our
Right.
interests, which is super frustrating. Of course, whenever that got brought up, they're like, "Oh no, this is our shareholders' money," and I'm like, wonder where they got that. You know, so kind of a stupid response, hoping that people wouldn't get, you know, what they were trying to say. So anyway, And one of the paragraphs I said, our democracy is under assault, and with it, the rights of the people who live in our society. Experiencing this assault in our small Northeast Iowa town shed light on the issue in an impersonal way. If we want to reclaim democracy before it's too late, we must enact legislation that limits corporate personhood and speech and gives power back to the people.
Hear, hear.
So that's my story of raising money in our little tiny town campaign. If you're interested, we have to wait 4 years now before we can do this again. And if you want to learn more about it, one of our supporters created a little 12-minute documentary that shows some of our work. And I also wrote a much longer piece for the Bleeding Heartland blog, if you're familiar with that. And then we also have a website for power.org that's not being maintained right now, but it has like historical information on it. So yeah, I don't know if we're waiting with questions.
Yeah, wait, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
All right, thank you, Tabita.
We'll take questions.
Yeah, we have one more speaker.
Oh, it's very specific?
Oh, very specific.
Do you- this,
And
a very specific question.
I worked for a law firm in Washington, D.C. for 30 years that is the #1 public power lobbyist law firm in Washington, D.C. And I have a name I can give you that I think would be very useful. We were very successful at municipalizations. We were the most successful law firm at municipalizing Niagara Mohawk, and we represented the California public power industry. I can give you the name of this law firm, and I think that's who you want to talk to. And I can tell you for a fact that every time a city municipalizes its electric utility,
Yep.
the cost of electricity goes down by 1/3.
Wow.
That is a fact. So,
Wow.
Thank you.
Great.
Let me give you the name of a person.
Perfect. Thank you.
Was that online?
Yes. DWGP.com.
The 1/3?
Duncan, Weinberg, Genzer, and Pembroke.
No, the 1/3.
Well, it's Messina Electric was the big one we did, but we did several others.
Yeah. Well,